Hello creators, it's Chris from FrameSpice and I'm here to share an exciting tutorial on how to make the most out of our film overlays pack. In this tutorial I'll demonstrate the process using Premiere Pro, but don't worry, the techniques I'll show you can be used in almost any video editing software like DaVinci, Final Cut and even Avid Media Composer. All you need is a basic understanding of how to use blending modes for your layers and how to group them. So let's jump right into the tutorial and start exploring the amazing possibilities together. So here on my timeline I have these two clips. What I'm going to show you in this tutorial is how to place the film overlay over the first clip and then transition to the second one, which will not have the overlay on top. There are two ways that we can do the transition and I'm going to show you exactly how. Now go ahead to your project panel, find and import your clips, choose one of the film overlays and click and drag it to your timeline. Right now, as you can see, the clip is longer than I need, so I can just shorten it. The other thing that you can notice is that the clip is not visible on the screen. That is because my footage is 1080p and the film overlay is shot in 4K. To fix that, go to the effects controls and change the scale of the clip to 50. This will ensure that the clip will fit perfectly into the screen. Now, it already looks pretty good, but to make it even more realistic and more authentic, we will add the grain that is provided in the pack. Go to your project panel again and add the grain clip on top of the footage. You can go to the effects controls again and change its scale to 50. Now go to the blending modes and change it to overlay. This blending mode allows you to remove the gray background and leave only the noise. You can also experiment with the opacity of the grain and make it however you like. Okay, so we're almost done. Now take the grain layer and move it 2 layers above the film overlay. Duplicate the film overlay and place it just below the grain layer. Let's go to the project panel again, click on this little icon here and create a new color matte. Make it white and drop it right below the duplicated film overlay. Now, in order to make the transition work, we will need to group these layers. Select them both, right click with your mouse and choose Nest. Now let's go 2 frames before the clip ends and shorten the nested clip. Go to the effects controls once again and change the blending mode to difference or exclusion to get different looks. As you can see, we're getting this cool looking inverted color effect which creates the transition between the two shots. If you bought the full pack with all of our effects or you got our Light Leaks pack, you can drag and drop them to create variations of the transition. And once again, feel free to experiment with the blending modes to create different looks. Now let's go to the project panel again and drag and drop this audio file that is provided with this pack. Try to synchronize it with the nested clip by hand and then you can go to the effects controls and turn up the volume if needed. Now we got this cool looking transition. Of course, feel free to experiment with the blending modes even with the original film overlay. I found out that difference, exclusion and subtract work best, but you can always experiment with the other blending modes to get different kinds of creative looks. Alright creators, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. If you still have any questions or need assistance, please feel free to reach out to us at framespice@gmail.com, and of course feel free to share your work by sending it to us at our Instagram page or email. Okay, with this out of the way, never stop creating and let's make people go wow with your content.